Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another one with me, Stephanie. Today we are going to talk about gang stalking. Yay! What is it? It's not even real. What? Yes, gang stalking is very real. And I found out the hard way, like I love to do. Yeah, I wish I just found out from like watching a random video, but I found out from being gang stalked. Super cool, super exciting times, right? So, just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you're being gang stalked, just breathe, and just try your best to take care of yourself. Simplify your life the best that you can, and something that really helped me. I was typically just being like wildly delusional in my playfulness, right? So I would be like dancing around, like, oh, there's my stalker, like, da da da, like, don't give no craps, because what could I do? Like, I had my periods of time where I was like freaking out. I'm like, I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me. Am I gonna die in my sleep? Am I gonna get, attacked? Are they gonna leave me in the woods somewhere? Like, is this real life? Are they gonna like keep messing with my car? Are they gonna, people were messing with my vehicle, jacking with my tires, like draining brake lines. Like, there's so many things, right? Sometimes some of you might be having like government officials following you. That can be kind of scary at times, because we're just regular old people, and yet we're not, and they know that, and they want to scare you, and they want to freak you out, and they want you to take yourself out. But please don't, because you're so much stronger than you know. You're so much more powerful than you know, and you're so much more important than you know, and you will get through it, and you will be okay. Like, let's see. It can be really overwhelming, really stressful at times, because it's nonstop, and it can go on for months and years, and there's not really anything that we can do about it. Like, you can go to the police, but are they going to believe you? And then even if they do believe you, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to stop that situation. Especially if you're being gang stalked by the government, it would be higher ups, higher than the police department that you're talking to. So, like, and the way that this world is, the way that it's set up, like, there's not really that much we can do. So something that it really was solidified within all of this was that it's a spiritual battle. This world, our life, all of the things that we're struggling with is a spiritual war, a spiritual battle above everything else. And, there was times that I wasn't handling it my best self. I was smoking too much weed. I was freaking out, crying. There's this one time I remember going to a park, and I was like, this is the day that I die. F it. And then I was like, come on now. I got kids. I can't just be running around crazy, like, not giving a crap, but I also can't just stay in my house all the time, right? They want you to be in fear. They want you to be freaking out. They want you to be not able to function, so that you can't live your life. But, like, the reality is, you're so much stronger. You're so much stronger than you know, dude. And you can get through this, and you can overcome, and you can live a life to where it won't affect you in those ways. They won't get to you in those ways. So what if they're watching you all the time? So what if they're listening to you? So what if they're recording you in your home? So what if they're paying people to destroy your life, like paying people to come in and date you and try to kill you or poison you? Like, that's where your discernment really comes into play. Like, you need to be on it with this spiritual battle in the way that you're communicating with God and you're praying for protection and you're praying for them to be blinded or for them to not be able to hear certain things or um, you know, I knew there was no way that I could stop. I can't stop anyone from doing anything. I'm just me. I can't stop anyone. I can't stop my child from doing anything. You know, how could I stop a grown man? How could I stop multiple grown men from stalking me? I can't. I can't do it, you know, and I didn't know why. I didn't understand what the hell is going on. And it sucks. It sucks when you're just trying to live and you just want to heal and grow and be your best self and trying to do that for others and trying to help other people, and all you're getting is this barrage of crazy making nonsense, of people following you around, of people starting shit in your life, of people spreading rumors about you, of people actively, intentionally trying to pull you down to such a low level that you take yourself out, or you get so addicted to drugs that you pretty much are dead, right? But we're here to live, we're here to grow, we're here to heal. And as you know, I'm gonna say chosen one, I guess. So I kind of always think that I've kind of thought that all of us are chosen, that we're all being called, you know. But I know that there's people here on the earth in like people suits that aren't actually all people, and and then knowing what I know about the demons and entities and negative thought forms and control tactics of the government and all of these things, it would be stupid of me to pretend that this isn't an everyday battle. The thing that really helped me was just honestly recognizing that it was out of my control. It was more than I could control. And the only thing that I was able to do was pray. And so that's what I did. I prayed for protection. I prayed for understanding, or if I'm not able to understand or know, that I can accept it. I did my best to live free and be myself and be happy, continue healing, doing the healing work, doing the growth work, communication with God, communication with myself, taking care of myself and taking care of my children, despite whatever was going on around me. I'm still dealing with a lot of it, to be honest, and it can get a little irritating because, like, when is it ever going to end? But the reality is it might not ever end, and I don't have a control over it because, you know, they might be run by an entity. It might be beyond their control to stop. They might not understand why they keep coming at you. It might be that something within you, your strength, your wisdom, your connection to source is triggering these people because they don't have it. Perhaps your joy of life, your what is that? Your joie de vivre, joie de vivre. I don't know. I forgot the French words. I used to know French and I don't now, so I'll try not to do that again, but I might. You know, music really helped me a lot. I love to dance, I love to play, I love to be silly, I love to be in my child energy, and it really helped me get through a lot of this. Now, I did smoke a lot, way too much, and so that's something that I've put behind me and handled it differently. But in doing that, it was allowing me to get out of those negative headspaces that I sometimes was struggling with myself to get out of. I didn't understand what the heck was going on, and I was struggling so much with myself, with where I was with my life, on top of having all of this extra stuff going on, and having, X attacking me, and just nonsense stuff all the time. It just seemed like, you know, non-stop, constant attacks. And, it seemed like almost every time I went out of my house, there was someone following me. And I'm like, literally not even doing anything. I wasn't putting content out. I wasn't really talking to people. I wasn't really going places. I wasn't making money. I wasn't, spreading the truth of the Gospels or telling people all these truths that I supposedly know. I was starting to, but I was, not feeling like I was on point with it. And so I didn't understand why they would be following me. What the heck is it? And what I've come to find out is, I believe it's the anointing that you have. I believe it's the connection with God that you have, the knowledge that your soul has, the ancient knowledge that you have within you, that is with you from lifetimes and lifetimes. The healing that you are able to produce when you begin to heal yourself and show up for yourself in these very intentional ways, that we are able to move mountains, we are able to change communities. And why would for instance, the government, who has all this control over us as the masses, why would they want us to know that stuff? Why would they want us to have that understanding of self, that knowledge? They wouldn't. They want to shut us up. They want to keep you quiet. They want to keep you in fear. They want to keep you from sharing what you know. They want to keep you from healing. They want to keep you in stagnancy. But that's not what we're here for, right? Like, just if that's something that you're going through right now, and it's heavy and it's hard, just know that it can get easier, and it's really all in an attempt to lessen your light, right? To keep you from being your true self, to keep you from reaching these higher levels of consciousness, to stop you from freeing yourself and freeing others. Because then if we are free, then they have no control. If we are one with the Creator, they don't have control. If we are in our unique fractal authority, they have no control. If we are delivered from demons and oppression, they have no control. They have no way to attack us. Even when they send psychic attacks, even when there's witchcraft attacks, it might hit you. It might mess you up a little bit, but the more that you heal and the more that you grow, the more that you will be able to kind of just brush it off and see it for what it is. And instead of allowing it to be who you are, or seeing it as yourself and a struggle of yourself, you're seeing it for exactly what it is. Spirit attacks, witchcraft attacks, psychic attacks, government attacks. It is what it is, right? And it comes in these different forms. And I would be, not doing due service if I didn't tell you all these different ways. It's not just in the physical. They're not just stalking you in the physical. They'll stalk you online. They'll tap into your accounts. A while back, I was at a friend's house and I looked into my Facebook messaging, and while I was there, a message from myself, popped up on my thing. And I was like, what? And then it went away. And I'm like, okay. So, and at that time, I had someone who had been in my stuff already. They had been in my phones. They stole a phone, things like that. Like they might still be in my stuff. I have probably more than one person being in my socials, I guess, but whatever. I always think, you could do so much more with your life than attacking another person, than trying to take down other people. Like, if you if you took all of that energy that you are projecting and attacking other people with and trying to portray them as this person that they are not, if you took all that energy and put it towards yourself and your healing and your growth and your connection with God, you would be unstoppable in the best ways. And that's, kind of what we're here for, like to be unstoppable in the body of Christ, to be in that Christ-like energy and knowing and strength, and comprehension, and just like it's a very different energy. And when you get there, you understand. And I still have a long way to go. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything. I never will, and I never have. But from where I used to be in all these different aspects of myself to where I am now, I am very much whole and healed and one. And that's despite all the crazy chaos that's still going on, right? Which is kind of wild because, there was times that I was crying all the time and I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do any of this? Like, I don't see how it's going to happen. Like, I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm getting nowhere. And I had to just let it go. I had to let it all go because it was not for me to control. It's out of our control. That's what we really have to get from this all, that we need to surrender and, pray for protection and trust in source and trust in our guardian angels and our ancestors. Like, they're there for us. They want the best for us. Not all of them. Like, I know, like, some people talked about like ancestors being like really negative spirits, and some people say that all ancestors are demons, but I don't believe that's true. I do think that a lot of times demons do play tricks on people, and they do mess with people's minds in those ways. But the reality is, when you're healing yourself, you're not only healing yourself, but you're healing everyone around you. You're healing your past and your future. You're healing your generational lineage, your descendants. You're healing for your descendants, and you're healing your descendants. Like, you are literally creating, like, your cells, your, like, as a woman, your embryos are being healed, like, and as you're healing the children that you do have, they're healing and they're able to see the world in different ways, and they're able to learn to be in this world but not to be of this world. When you're able to do that, you don't get pushed around by all the different waves. The gang stalking can be very intense, and not everyone makes it out. And I feel that I'm pretty lucky. I don't know why I've made it as far as I have in this life, for all the things that I've put myself through. There's so many situations that I really didn't know how I made it out of. And the further that I get on this journey, the wilder it seems to get, and the more that I need to surrender and trust in the divine, and allow them to show me who I am, who I'm becoming, and what this world and this journey really is about, So I know that it's hard to stay in happy-go-lucky, free-flowing energy all the time when you're struggling. And it can be hard to come out of those fear and freeze responses and flight responses. But it is possible. So please don't give up on yourself. Please do your best to bring some light, some laughter, and some love, some companionship for yourself. Spend time with your animals, spend time with your children, do some art. art for me, I perceive it to be an act of love. You know, God, they say that God created us as like a loving act, right? Like everything is love, all is love. Um, and you are, you know, your art could be just decorating your home, like sprucing up your living situation, rearranging your furniture, deep cleaning it. That's beautiful. Like you just created a whole new space for yourself, and that's awesome. And you can do that for free, and you can do that, you know, really cheaply if you don't want to do it for free. Another thing you can do is creating like physical art with like drawing or painting or dancing, creating food. Like that is an art in itself. Um, Creating like the life that you're living, like that is an art. To create and co-create your life with the divine is an art in itself, and it takes practice. Um, you know, dancing is beautiful. It's one thing that I really came back to in this past few years. And I don't do every day, but I've never was the best dancer. Like when I was a child, I was told that pretty much I'm a horrible dancer and I shouldn't dance. So I I didn't for most of my life. I did not dance, and uh, there was a lot of my body, my emotional body, that did not get healed or worked through for so long because I was not dancing. I was not moving my body in the ways to release those traumas. Um, and then when I came into this home and I finally started to be free again and find myself again, to dance again, I danced wildly. I danced crazy. And it used to be I only would dance when I'm drunk, and now I don't give a crap. I don't care who thinks I'm a horrible dancer or who loves my moves or not. I just do it for fun because it's fun, and it's an energy release, and it's enjoyment, and it's creation, and it's blissful, and it's, you know, it's allows me to be in my childlike energy, free and unencumbered. And I don't have anyone in my life, in my home, that is telling me that I'm not good enough at this, or I don't need to be doing these things, or I need to be doing other things, because you are the author of your life. Like you are on this journey with God, and what you're being called to do is most of the time what you're needing to do. So if you're feeling like really emotional,